Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting of the Portage Town Council order. First order of business, the pledge of allegiance, or rise. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. A chance to go over any concerns, questions.
Motion to approve. Sorry.
I'll second. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Les. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next up, approving the claims, signing the bills. So we don't those have any questions there, concerns?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Les.
Second.
Second, Heather. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, moving on to the agenda for the meeting. First thing I'd like to take care of is voting on a new town manager.
I'd like to make a motion to offer Sheree Evans the position of town manager. Have an offer letter here that has been put together that we can all can sign and present to her, if that's acceptable to the board. 2 copies of it.
Make a motion to approve that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sure, if you want to stand up. Look here. Welcome to the.
All you need to sign is.
Oh.
Did you sign what Sheree signs, or did you sign what you signed?
That's not where I sent that. Let's do this one right.
Yeah. So how we did you guys? You read that over, make sure that's everything that was it talked about. I think we've captured everything.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, so that will be effective February 1st, if that works out with you. It does? Yeah. Excellent. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard.
Next up, Sandra, the cloud. What says here?
Les, if you will take one and press it down. This is a new system that we have Keystone Voice Systems now that is on our server. Keystone or Voice was merged with BSNA. BSNA has already had the cloud development. Voice was on their way trying to develop for their product, their program. So they merged, they developed it. The system is very quick. It's very time-saving. Some of the other clerk treasurers that has it, they said it cuts off a lot of time. It's great. Storage is the cloud, is, you know, a never-ending storage. If we can do this, we would have all of our systems on it, and all of our programs. You'd have utility. With utility will be, the customers will be able to see their account online themselves, and they can make a payment to their account by themselves. Online like they would their electric company or whoever. And they will be able to see that payment instantly on their account. We can do away with a lot of extra stuff, the late payments, the cutoffs, this, that, and the other. Everybody will be able to see their account. We have several customers that call in that says, what is my payment? What is my bill amount due? I throw my bill away. What is it? They'll just be able to log in like any other utility. That will say, it is not connected to our server. It will be in the cloud. We are entrusting Keystone and Microsoft with our information. It's all up in the cloud, the server. If that was the only thing that was on the server, we can do away with the server, but it's not. But you would have more room on the server for planning and zoning, the police would have their own, but for anything else that would need to be, it would say. The utility, they have a program called Neptune that reads the meters. That Neptune system talks to our utility system. It brings everything over for us to bill. Marion County in Indiana, not Marion County, but the town of Marion, they have saved $12,000 to $15,000 just on their server maintenance, whatever. They've saved that much money. The work orders for the utility, they will be able to send them directly to the maintenance department's tablets that they already have. They will not have to scan them and email them or whatever. And then the guys will be able to finish the work order as they do them. They don't have to, and then it'll be sent back to Kim, you know. Everything is like pretty well maintenance free there. And it is cheaper for cybersecurity. It will help on our insurance. It will give us a little bit more of a discount. And the auditors, State Board of Accounts, according to them, because this system, they will give them readers only rights to everything of ours all of our programs. And they will be able to, if they choose to do our audit, sitting on their couch at home. They will have read-only rights to every single document that they need to look at for our audit, which will cut down on the pricing because we pay quite a bit for an audit. So as you can see, there's 3 different payments. If we get this contract signed before June of this year, they will waive the migration fee of almost $45,000. If we wait to after June, that will be added on. But we would only end up paying $46,000 a year, not the $75,000. That's for everything, the $75,000. But we're only going to be $46,000. So if we don't do it now, later we'll either have to pay the migration, or we will have to look for a whole different system, because at some point they're not going to keep maintaining the system. You know, if you're not on the cloud, they're not going to update it or whatever. So if you want to take a little while to look at that, to see, you know, let me know, so that if it's yes, then we can go ahead and I can contact them and they can go ahead and get the contract started. I can bring it back and we can go from there, if that's what you all want.
So annually, it's going to be about 43,000.
It'll be around $46,000 annually for us.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
And how much potential savings? Is there a number on that, or there's just it sounds like looks like there's a few
Well,
areas.
it's a few areas that we can say, but I do not have numbers on it. So, but just to let you know, it's not a little jump, it's a big jump from what we pay now, but ours is all, we have to do backups, you know, we have to do the server, we have to do all of this maintenance ourselves on it, whereas there, we don't do nothing, they do it all. We don't have to do no backups, no nothing, it's just there, we got unlimited storage.
This is much safer having somebody else.
It is, and you know, to me, there's been several clerk treasurers that I've spoken with at conference that have it. One girl had it 1 month, and she goes, you would not believe. I mean, she could have been a billboard for this program, for all of it. She said, you would not believe the shortcuts that it does, the steps that is eliminated on some of the processes we have to do. She goes, it is very quick, but it is a very massive program for us to learn.
So then in here it says the training, that
Yes.
28,000 is the training.
Yes. Now, the one good thing that helps us is in our Parker, the salesperson that is our rep, Lisa, is here close, and she will be a big part of our migration for it. So she's here, he said that that will help save on a bunch of stuff for us.
Well,
So,
we spend about 3,000 or 4,000 a year just on stamps for
Yes.
penalty letters. That's,
and the paper, the envelopes, the
Yeah.
money that the girls do, so, yeah, it would be,
mhm.
There'll be no mail invoice, no mail bills.
well, Keystone would do all of our billing just like they do now, yeah. they
Yeah,
do
but
all
this
our
is the
billing,
penalty letters that the girls mail out,
The shut-offs, all of that stuff.
and they average about 400 a month.
Yeah, that's just 400 letters we send out.
Mhm.
Think of the stamps and the paper and the envelopes, and
Say I'm gonna pay my bill on that line. How do you pay it?
you will be able to, there's a website that you'll be able to go to that I'm aware. They will have it, that you will be able to go to this little website, and you'll be able to put in your, just like you do for your electric, if you pay your electric online, you see your account there, that's the way this will be. And you will be able to set up your payment, you'll be able to see it being posted to your account instantly. If you'll be able to, my understanding, you're gonna be able to see how much water usage, how much sewer, how much everything you're using. So it's,
I mean, I think this would be a big benefit for
it is for the
consumers, because I know right now you can't call in and pay with a bill, with a credit card.
No, you
No.
cannot.
I've tried to do that myself.
Yes, yes,
So-
and you can't do it, but if, and another thing with the elderly, a lot of times they can't get out, and but they're able to do this,
Well, you can do everything.
That's true. Sometimes I can't, but, yeah, I think it would be a great time saver and it would be really good for all of us women.
As far as financing money, would be good to.
We would, I would think,
Bucket to pull this from.
yeah, do what now?
Have you looked at the accounts that we can pull this?
To my knowledge, right now, because it is such a large amount, the 75, if we could pull some of it maybe from the riverboat and then the rest from the general. But I'll get with, me and Gina will get our heads together and we'll go through them and make sure before we do anything.
Well, I would present a motion to get the invoicing together, work with them on that, look at the accounts and have that for presentation at the next meeting.
Yep.
Final vote.
And let you know then, yeah, if we can do that,
That would be,
it'd be perfect.
I put that motion on the floor.
Yeah.
I would second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We have some more stuff. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. The executive session that was on the 7th, on the 6th of January, I need approval for the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
The second one is the contract for Main Street. Have they signed or they going to sign?
They're on the agenda, so I'll have to decide.
Oh, I did see, I saw Rachel, but,
Yes, they are on the agenda.
okay, the sewer plant has brought in a quote for a Phoenix. The company's name is Phoenix, and it's for 2 different belts that are spares, because they have no spares of these belts. And for 2 of these belts, it's $4,290. They wanted to know if they can get approval to purchase those.
What do these belts go on?
One is a material upper belt clipper seam, and the other one is a lower belt clipper seam.
Yes, I think we need some of them.
I don't know what they are.
Right. Heavy duty, sure. For some of these, 24/7.
For sure, we need a spare, because
I
as
know,
soon as we don't have them, there will be an emergency.
right, okay, so they're okay on that.
I motion to approve that.
For the press machine.
I don't know, so I just have the quote.
All in favor? Opposed?
Okay, then the next thing that Ryan brought to me was for them also, was a planned equipment maintenance proposal from Cummins.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Did you all, okay, so,
I discussed that, and we don't have anything it's on the 2 generators down there, neither one of them been done. One, we also have to change since this 2022.
yeah,
There's
So,
something
yeah,
done.
that's a couple years.
So I
Right.
Spent a bunch of money a couple of years ago.
still don't have on the new status.
We have a contract on the new, I guess it's.
On the new, not on the old.
This is for the old. Right,
Yeah, this is for the,
They redone it.
yeah.
So how much is that?
how about I just bring it to you, because you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
Should be too many colors.
3 years. No business hour days to be working. Oh, here we go. Total price be $6,453.70 for that maintenance.
How much more?
6453.78.
Next for 3 years.
3 years for. Yeah, so there's it includes a full inspection, full service and inspection.
For that next 3-year contract for it, so that's
It's
$6,400.
$2,000 a year.
It's spread over 3 years, so that's reasonable.
I'm going to motion to approve that.
You remember, I know, Stacy, you remember, does that sound like, yeah, that sound like enough? What is that, is that for all the generators?
That's probably for one, we got them for that. They got sewer, they got Icon, okay, that's sewer. Yeah, we got water office, we got the, Gladys Booth, the rail field, and then we got that portable one, so over there too, we're building that sewer, I guess, now. Then you're all on the maintenance plan, I don't know if that's, this is for that old plant, right? That was part of that.
Yeah, just the old man. Yeah.
Well, we had an old plant never on with nuggets. There's one at the, other sewer plant, too. Yeah, it's one at the new plant.
So is there, so,
Please start making a motion.
right, yeah, we motion to approve.
To approve the maintenance contract on the new generator.
I'll go second.
Second, that last second. All in favor? Opposed?
Mr. Peters, was you gonna talk about the 2 payments, or did you want me to see about getting approval? Do you know which ones, 2 I'm talking about?
I do not, I have one for a CNR pay request number 4, I don't know which one.
Okay, so that's this one, the CNR, well, this is pay the request, yeah, number 4. But then I've got the one from the miscellaneous January invoices,
Oh, yeah,
the emergency repair and then the oxidation.
yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I didn't have those totals with me.
Okay, all right, so, they are requesting, for the emergency repair on the SR 337, it was for $7,628.95. And then the oxidation ditch rotor replacement was $4,173.68. It's a total of $11,802.63, if you would approve those. That payment for,
So the final
Midwest.
payment on the repairs?
So no, those are engineering invoices.
Yeah, these are Midwest.
That
these are
vast
Midwest.
majority of them were inspection on both of those projects.
so you're gonna do the other one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed?
Let's see. The only other thing I have is for, there is a policy, remember the apprenticeship, the Alliance of
Yes.
Rural, okay, there is, I've already sent it to Chris and he said this would be okay. This is for the policy for apprenticeship, because if you're in this apprenticeship program, you get a raise like every step, almost like every 6 months. Well, that's not what everybody gets with the town, but you have to be in this program in order to get that. So we have to have a policy. So that's, if you all want to approve the policy, if you want to look at that real quick. And then Paul, I have a program registration and apprenticeship agreement for you to sign.
Okay.
For Josh Forkey.
Do we need to vote on that? That is,
The policy, but you've already signed, he's already in the program, it's just something that you need to sign.
just, this is the program, this apprenticeship program, we're getting fully reimbursed for
Yes.
while he's in the program, so it's a
Yeah, it's
big win
paying
for
his
the town.
salary.
It's a big win for the town, so the raise is fine, which would be a little unusual for what the county normally provide, but it's, we're not perfectly, so there's someone else, I mean, there's this apprenticeship program's covering it, so.
Yeah, it's completely covering it and then some on his stuff, so, yeah. So, but you can sign this other thing after. Okay, that's all I got, I'm
Any
sorry.
concerns on the policy here?
I don't see anything.
A motion to approve that, so we can get that in place then.
Motion to approve.
Heather?
I'll second.
Thank you, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
That's all for me, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, before we get any farther, so I wanted to, we got word from Hope this afternoon that she has resigned her position on the board effective today, so we will be looking for a replacement there. The party's got a few weeks to get that figured out, so if anyone's interested, talk to Scott Fleur of the Republican Party, get the ball rolling as far as that goes.
And let's live in the district.
Yeah, you have to live in that, that particular ward of the town to take a core position, so. Ward 1, to be specific area there. All right, Ed, here's Midwestern.
Sir, so I'm here, we just have one pay request this month. It's for CNR construction on the water projects there on Dale Avenue and William Street. Their request this month is for $56,520.87. That's 56,520.87. Mostly it includes about 400 feet of 10-inch water main. They've been laying up Willier Avenue, so they're pretty well done on Dale. They're actually pretty well done on Willier now too. They just gonna make a couple connections, but overall that project's probably gonna wrap up the next couple of weeks or so. So we took a look, approved the quantities. We definitely recommend that the council consider that pay request this month. So.
I'll make a motion that we pay that.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
That is,
They are gonna be,
coming out of
Yes.
the cleanup work over there, kind of patching back up, smoothing it out.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal too, right?
Yeah, when their plant opens back up, they'll have to do some asphalt patching there and at Willier. And then seeing and strawing, it's a little cold right now, so
Right.
Yeah,
They won't stick right now.
we'll have retainage withheld on that project for the amount to cover final cleanup, and that'll end up finish up this spring. I guess I was more talking about like the substantial completion.
Oh,
like
no,
the
sure,
pipe
sure.
work.
Just question.
Yeah.
Raised out there.
Sure, I'll have an update on when they're planning on doing the final restoration at the next meeting I come to. I'll give you that.
Sounds good.
The other capital improvements, the ox ditch is the only other one that's going on, and all of those, I believe, are now operational. They're coming back to do some testing, and I think they got a little bit of electrical work yet to do, but that's pretty well wrapped up too.
So the 80 rotors.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I'd imagine that we're probably gonna entertain like a final pay request next month at your second meeting for that. But overall, Pace has done a great job. I feel like they've done a pretty good job for you. So, yeah, it was a good project, good to work with them. So we'd probably consider recommending them again if they ever bid on work from town again. So that's all I have, unless you guys got any other questions. Okay.
thank you, appreciate it. All right, Chief Kitterman.
Evening. Set out the monthly report
today. So y'all got a chance to look at any questions or concerns with any of that?
Hey, Matt,
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you hit the button on your black box? I didn't realize that. Thank you.
Thank you. The other reason I'm here is, the firearms. So, Indiana Code, 10-12-2-1 states that a police officer who has served at least 25 years of service may retain the employee's issued service weapon upon retirement. So I have 3 guys who retired within the past couple of years, who we would like to try that service for and give them their weapons. So we just switched to new firearms this year as well. So the ones that we'll be giving them are the older ones, the ones they had when they worked here. So it's not gonna, we're gonna have to go buy new ones at this point in time. It's not gonna cost us any money, so to do so.
I imagine when you get a new officer, they probably get issued a new weapon anyway, right?
So if we have a guy who works here for 5 years, quits, that weapon stays with the department and that's issued to the new officer, whoever that may be. But if they retire, so when I started here, we purchased our own firearms, and that went up until I became chief. And then the town started purchasing firearms and issuing them at that point in time. So we haven't had a lot of people retire since then. So we've not done that up to this point, but we would like to start doing that for our officers.
Legally, I mean, we should be doing that, it sounds like.
Yes, I know the state law, yes.
If they choose to take it or want it. And if we have the guns to the side, if you will, that they were theirs anyhow. You know, right now, we don't need to budget purchasing firearms for replacement at this moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that motion.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
The batteries are dead.
Thank you.
Oh. Sorry.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
Batteries are dead.
Hit the button.
The batteries are dead.
All right.
Technical issues up here, sorry about that. All right, Stacy, from the water department. On down, please.
I got several things on this list here. I'm Stacy Saylor, the water treatment supervisor. First is a new employee, which y'all know we need a new employee. I've tried to get 3 people and have no luck with that, so I'm gonna put that on the website or the town's website maybe, or try to get candidates for this position.
We have 3.
No, I don't have, I've tried a couple people.
How many openings do we have? Two.
What's that?
How many openings?
Oh,
We only got 1 right now. We used to have 2, but we kind of cut that one back.
People actually said 1.
Yeah, we got 1 opening in the water treatment.
With the experience and everything.
Well, yeah, no, not really. After a year, if they stay on the job, they can get a license and they get multiple pay. That's usually how it works.
What about if we ask Alliance?
Do what?
What if we ask Alliance of Rural Water?
Yeah, we
whatever,
could,
to
yeah.
post, can they post that? I
Yeah,
think
they
that's what
could,
we're
yeah, I
saying.
think they do.
Okay.
Might be an option, 'cause I ain't having no luck right now at this point. Okay, second of all is the replacement of the 2016 Chevy Silverado. It's got 142,000 miles on it. It's about ready to, said last year, but they moved back and got the water maintenance, other truck, they need more. Fortunately, it wasn't the time, so it was in last year's, supposed to be in the budget, but I don't know. That was Bruce.
So we're looking for a like item station.
What's that?
We're looking for a like item pickup truck.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, it's a 4-wheel drive, it's a 2 drive. Plain, plain Jane, like that.
Has it got anything to do with this?
Yeah, that there's a thing on there, they're wanting repairs
on the current truck that we're wanting to replace. John was out, and no quotes from anybody else, and I didn't know if the town wanted to put money in this truck, or maybe we're gonna get another one.
Wouldn't think to be.
Yeah.
Takes a little,
Would be best not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know what I would think. We done the air filters, that was only, that ain't nothing, the cabin filter. We already done that, so.
So what do they need to replace on here that we haven't done? I'm trying to, what are they trying to fix?
it looks like there's some parts in the oil system. Nothing big, just a few
Yeah.
things up,
What is it, SLN pipe, what is that? Somebody help me.
That's love me, that's saying what you're saying. If we're gonna actually get rid of the truck, throw the money into it or not. So,
Are we driving it and using it, and because are we gonna need to use it, does it have to be fixed before we can get something new? That's what I'm wondering, or is this truck sitting and
No, we only have 2 trucks and we use.
you're using?
You're still using it, it's still,
Is it usable now? It's usable now.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem.
it's not limping along too badly. so we
No,
can-
no, it's just, they change all, they're always gonna find things wrong. I don't know if that's commission thing or, all right, it's just where we all, what we all trying to get. I'm just bringing it to your attention.
Sandra, do we have in the budget for a truck there?
The only fund that we do the trucks out of is the riverboat. That's where you all always budgeted. Looks like it's where the town's always budgeted, like for the police cars, is from the riverboat. Yeah, it's just the riverboat money. Yes, there is money in there for the truck. I know we're waiting on the maintenance truck to be delivered.
Yes. See, I was supposed to get one last year,
I
but they
know.
said, put it in the budget early, and I did. Then Bruce,
You
the
kicked it
town
out,
manager said, we're gonna push you back.
right?
I said, well, they got.
And then they got
4
the
trucks, that's
streets.
okay, We only got 2.
Right,
One breaks down,
yeah. So, yeah, his was pushed out,
Yeah,
so.
so,
And the one truck that was Dave's is every once in a while Donald is driving it, he'll drive it down here, but other than that, and they're 2 and 2 in a truck.
Mhm.
So his is basically sitting there. So I don't know. Yeah,
I'd say we're eventually gonna have to do something.
Okay.
They're getting some miles on it.
yeah,
I know they get more miles than they used to out of them. Used to ground whenever they got rid of them, but I know we're going forward. That's not a problem. As long as it's in good shape, which it is in good shape. I'm just saying, maybe this year we might want
put it on.
Start keeping it in mind,
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's all.
Would you probably go Ford, Dodge, or Chevy get?
It don't make a difference to me. I guess we have to get quotes, like,
Yeah, you'll have to
Yeah.
get close form.
now, if you all do that, or.
Huh?
Have you done it before? I've done it.
Well, no.
Probably our new town manager. will be
Like
doing
what
it.
we-
Yeah. With the town,
I would say, let's take all this.
Second, we got-
We'll hold this until after the 1st of February. We'll get back to you.
I just want to bring it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. We started out with the AMR radio reads, which we pretty much got this thing. We got a tablet. And then we've got the, little blue boxes at $1,000. But you're supposed to do this the 27th town hall programming. These are the well field. You've been out for several months. You gotta go down in the pit and read them again. It's not a safe thing, but our other system software's done, so. It was cheaper to go with Core and Rain with the tablets to buy another handheld, save a lot, save the town a lot of money. And
That's a safety issue too. That's pretty much going down in those.
Yeah,
And back too, isn't it?
yeah, it's about 8 foot deep.
Yeah.
But like I said, we already got the tablet log, and we got everything done, and then come down programming, and that'll be done. So, town's already paid for it, so
Okay.
I just think it was going on with
So
it.
that's.
Yeah,
taken
pretty
care
much.
of.
Yeah, that's already
More
been taken care of.
information.
He brought that to me and we got.
Yeah, we got
straightened out
that,
real quick.
that come down. and we're going through the program.
Yeah, I got him a tablet and everything, so that's already taken care of.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandra.
You're welcome.
We got an East Booster for top that I just got to go back and I'm waiting for. It's up there by the cemetery, that little booster we climbed down in. We had to replace the pump back on Christmas Eve. And this was a spare. To get a brand new one, it's gonna be $2,000. Well, I'll send it off. I just got the quote back. And they said they would repair it for $689. And it's probably just gonna set, it's just a spare, so I think my opinion is go with $689. Instead of spending $2,000, it's not just gonna set.
Make a motion, to have that pump rebuilt, put it back.
Yeah.
I'll second. All in favor?
I don't think I'm gonna see it.
Is that quote?
Yeah, that's a quote. I'll
Okay.
see it, I'll call them.
Because you just need a video, right?
Yeah, that's all I do, man. I get that done. Okay. Well, we got the water off coming up in August. Get due by August 1st, 26. We do it every other year, and usually Midwestern does it for us. We just get together, give them the information. I don't know if he's here when we get set a time frame, maybe to get him to do it, or that's what y'all want to
That's
do.
state requirement, isn't it? You have to do that. That's.
We have to do
That's
that.
a-
Yes.
At one time it was a volunteer thing, but now they pushed it, we have to do it. And it's, so I don't know.
That in your wheelhouse, young man?
Yeah, we can do it. If you guys would like, typically I just get a proposal to you on the cost for that, get you on the list. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get to it right away,
Yeah.
we'll get to it before all.
We got till August.
But yeah, I think we've done yours for the last 2 cycles
Yeah.
at least, so we got a lot of the information.
We're building that.
So yeah, let's get it
Sure.
together.
Yeah, well, you think it's gonna get us a.
Oh, yeah.
Right, sure.
Couple more things I've got here.
No problem.
Okay, down to Gladys Booster, we got, I got the roof needs replaced at Gladys Booster. And I know they had the hail damage last year and they get the quotes for the roof, but Gladys is needing it because of the age. It's built 2008, it's got the same roof it's had on it, and it's good for your roof.
Sandra, was that one covered by the damage?
I doubt it would be covered, but
I don't know off
I
the
didn't
top of
see
my
it.
head. I would have to get the insurance thing out. I do not know off the top.
Let's look and see if it's.
Yeah, let's check that
I
then.
don't know, I know they went everywhere on
yeah, if
properties.
they pay on it, that's great, but the shape that was in, I'm
Right.
surprised.
I'll have to look and make sure. It probably was,
Yeah.
because it would have went out there.
Oh, yeah, they went and looked
Yeah.
at it, and they said definitely needs replaced, but I don't,
Is it metal?
it's changed. It's been on it since they built it.
Might be a while, they're still
So let's look
replacing.
at it, let's just look and see, and then we'll
Get
get
that
that.
resolved, Sandra, so we can make an educated decision.
I'll look at it in the morning and let the council know. Okay.
Okay, we got the post chlorination at the Gladys Booster. It's 2 pumps that we don't hardly, we just use it when the well field fails or something else fails. So it's not really an emergency kind of thing. We got 2 pumps and both of them don't work. And we're like $2,000 or $3,000 a piece. And I made a suggestion, we go with just 1 pump. But you don't use it very often, there's no sense in buying 2. And then Living Water is the one that does our maintenance down there, which they'll come in this spring or summer and do our annual chlorine service, and that's about 2,000 or 3,000, but we do that every year. We go to Wellfield one year, and we go to Gladys the next year. So we're due to come to Gladys, and they're gonna come down and look at it and give us a quote on making the post-formation work. So I'm gonna get back with you.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what I'm looking at.
It's on its way.
Yeah, it's something that help the town, but it's nothing emergency or, I don't know.
We'll get the quotes and then bring them back, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got the last couple are pretty big ones. Okay, the current SCADA here, they put it in 12, it's DEQ, it does the computers, runs all the controls. It's Zetron is the company. And they do not make the product no more, and they're not gonna support it anymore. So we're gonna, and everybody's done bought all the extra parts. So we got a year or two, we're gonna have to come up with a whole new SCADA system. Quackenbush, Donnie, DEQ, that we do our work with, said he could do this probably for 130 to 150. I was saying they're using our existing cabinets, antennas. He's gonna put different radios, and then an office computer, a new computer, to run all of it. And he said, that might, I'm gonna get with Midwestern on it, and that's something we probably really need.
Is that what you see, that when you can see?
That's got all the tank levels in it, controls all the pumps on and off.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's working fine, but it fails
None.
when you trouble.
So we'll put
Everything's
this,
manual.
we'll put this on the list, because we'll need to get, three
Yeah.
quotes and lay this out for that.
And the last one is the, oh, I got one more. Lane does our well testing, and Pumps does our patrols. It's been 10 or 12 years since we've been down in a pump, other than we cleaned it in 2000. So there were issues. He said, the town might want to think about setting money aside, which you're probably already doing, for well maintenance. Because he's got a feeling the next few years, we're going to be like number 4, number 5, and that's with 10 to 12 years. So
Talking about cleaning them or just?
just maintenance, like flush and motors and pumps. I don't know how that works. I don't know if y'all set money for the budget on that, or
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah,
unless it just happens, that if you fix it, I don't know. I just said I'm not gonna say so.
yeah, the water and the sewage is not budgeted. None of that is budgeted. Everything else gets budgeted, that gets the
Used to be,
majority
we
of
could
the
do
money.
this for 14, 15,000, but now it's about 30 something.
Okay, that on the list?
And the last thing is probably 3 years out, 3 to 5 years out, is that south tank getting painted. The reason I say it so far out, it's gonna cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Tell me, I just ballpark 3 to 500,000. This total containment, and it's up there, water office up there, it's 968,000 gallons, digging down tank. They got the T-Mobile's gonna get your antennas off, that ain't gonna affect the price. But then we might have to replace a valve, an 18-inch valve right there by it, because last time we painted it, we didn't get a good hold. We might be able to do a good hold and take it down, I can promise that. But I don't know how they allocate that, but.
So we need to put that on the list for budgeting purposes also.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a budget.
Yeah,
That's
that's the list
three. We pay them by every 20 years, and 2029 will be 20 years. on that tank.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Just one up there by your office.
By the office. And they've spot painted it at 19 on top of the roof. And then they spot painted 3 sections in 22. The last time they pressure washed it, took all the paint off of it. So we're trying not to pressure wash them, but as long as we can go without doing it, but it's some bad looking.
Yeah.
Everybody starts complaining, so that's up with that.
See a dirty tank, you think it's dirty water.
That's all I got. Thank you.
All right, thank you, so appreciate
Thank you so much.
the update.
Thank you.
All right, Rachel Kitterman with Main Street.
Hey guys. So, we are back with the contract and we have signed that, so I'm here to give you guys those.
Awesome, thank you.
So then we can sign those and then Rachel can have a copy and we can have a copy and there's 2 of them there.
Yes. And while I'm here, I thought I'd give you guys a quick update on a few things. So we are rolling into our event season. The first event coming up is gonna be the Cupid Shuffle, formerly known as the Sweet Stroll. That's gonna be on February 14th. Following that is a new event that we're gonna have, the Clover Crawl. That is on March 14th. Those are both downtown merchant activities. And then April 11th is going to be the Spring Wine Walk. So we want to make sure you guys know about those. The farmers market planning has kicked off and the vendors will be having their first meeting in April. Light up, we are cleaning up from. So most of all of the super Christmassy stuff has been taken down. Huge thank you to Kenny and his guys because they helped us out big time in Bicentennial Park. So thank you to them. And let's see. We do have a couple of questions, and I'm not sure if I just need to talk to Sandra at some point about handling the reimbursements from the contract. And then also we have a question about the facade grant program. So I don't know how we need to go about that.
Reimbursement is basically invoice and receipt, and then Sandra, just like you've been doing it, it shouldn't be any different than what you've been doing in the past.
Well, I need to be educated on that. So
Okay,
so
you
set
should
up,
go talk to
I'll set up a
Sandra.
time to meet with you.
We just have to have enough to, balance the state order accounts.
Yes. And then the facade grant stuff, I'm gonna be real honest, I'm out of my element on this one, but I believe that there's supposed to be some type of funding from the town, maybe not, I don't know.
I think it was, yeah, it kind of ran through, but I don't think it was actually coming out of our,
Okay, I'll do a little bit,
Conference, yeah.
I'll do a little bit more research
Right.
on that one myself, so.
Can you speak with Janelle?
Yeah.
She was really.
Yeah.
Janelle would be the
Yeah,
expert.
I'll check with her.
Janelle would be the-
So yeah, I think those are our updates at the moment. Do you guys have any questions or anything that I can answer?
Did you change your meeting place?
Meeting.
Yeah, your president said it was deciding to move where your meetings held
Oh,
from the Y area to.
yes, we have been meeting at the Harrison County Community Foundation, and we're gonna move back over to lifelong learning, just because it's a little bit easier as far as access to the building and that sort of thing. So
Thank you.
we haven't actually had our first meeting that has switched yet, though.
That's coming next.
Yeah, that'll be February.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions, guys?
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks very much.
All right, now, next up, Joe Sharman, David Lett. Oh, thanks, sir. Hey, Joe Sharman.
Joe Sharman with James Sharman Construction. I'm here tonight with David Lett, CEO and General Manager. There's an REMC. We're here to revisit with you about an interconnection of water service for the REMC's fire sprinkler system. When I last left out here, I had the impression from Heather that we as a town, are we being asked to buy water? What is the cost of this interconnection? And who's responsible to pay? Now, if you would like for me to go back through some of the history of this, I'm happy to do that. And if not, then David's here with me tonight to share with you what we have found out about what Ramsey Water Company tells us that the costs are and what David's organization is willing to discuss with you about sharing in those costs. Now, when we met with Mark Grace, the manager at Ramsey Water, Ramsey's asking for a monthly meter fee of $325. Mark says that this is about 50% of a normal meter rate for a 4-inch meter. A water use rate equal to the wholesale rate for the first 100,000 gallons of usage. And then 75% of the normal rate afterwards relative to an emergency. He says that these fees would be billable to the town of Corrigan. And Ramsey estimates that the installation cost of the line might be $40,000 to $50,000, depending whether it's a road cut or boring under the county road. A subcontractor of mine tells me a typical boring under the county road in this instance might be about a $15,000 item. Ramsey says that they will want to do the install of this work. David said that he had discussed these estimated costs with his board, and they were willing to participate at a level of 50%, recognizing that Corden has some benefit from this interconnection as well in terms of case of a fire or water line breakage or maintenance on your water storage tank, etc. Okay. And so if you have any additional questions about what's being proposed, I've also shared this information with Ed here earlier. Okay, so he's familiar, I think, a little bit about what's being proposed as well. Okay. So I'm open for question, or David can be here visiting with you about these costs or these anticipated costs.
Did we all meet in February, RMC's architect, counterparty, and John, did we all not meet? They were looking then, pressure testing that line to see if there was sufficient pressure to take care of the fire suppression system. Y'all remember that, a part of it?
February of 25. Is that what you're saying? I think-
Yes, it was February 25.
It's been tested, and I think it's been found, it's not. That's why we're.
Yeah, they tested in two different spots. First test was a no. Second test, different location, was definitely could not support. But I just want to make sure that y'all's architect, what I read was that the architect was there for RMC, Town Cardinal was their representative, Dave Colburn, Bruce Cunningham, and at that time, it was documented that there was insufficient pressure there to support the system.
I was not present, Harlan. I didn't get into the picture until August when I was awarded the contract to do the work.
So at the time when the contract was awarded, was you aware of all of this that was gonna have to be necessary to meet the contract requirements? I mean, it would have been part of your bidding, I assume that all this would have been in your bid because it would have to have been done.
The mechanical engineer that was charged with was charged with the bid documents on the fire sprinkler system, asked the contractors to provide a alternate price for a fire pump, which we did at bid time. And the fire pump work was going to be an additional $75,000 to the project if the owner decided to take the fire pump alternate. The fire sprinkler system is under the design of the fire sprinkler contractor in Indiana. So once a fire sprinkler contractor has been awarded the work, he in turn goes back, hires his engineer. They develop the fire sprinkler system for the job. They had talked, the fire sprinkler subcontractor has met with his engineer. They've come back and told us, not only will it require a fire pump, but it will require a fire storage tank as well. So it's an additional cost to my client for this fire storage tank in order to give them what they believe is the residual and static pressures that they'll need to run the fire sprinkler system in the building. I don't know what that additional cost of that storage tank is. If we can figure out a way to supply water to the fire sprinkler system in the building without using the pump or the storage tank, the client would be better served. Am I answering your question?
So the Fire Protection Organization for Indiana says you need a pump and you need a storage. They didn't look at this. I mean, I would have thought this would have been another option other than just, I don't know.
I'm trying to understand what you're asking me.
it feels like all of these options would have been part of the bid package at the time, at the original. Are you saying all of this was learned after all of the bids and was awarded, and now we need more money? I guess that's what I'm trying to understand.
The engineering by the fire sprinkler contractor, his engineering has come back and said, not only will you need a fire pump, you'll need a fire storage tank.
Right, so that was bid originally, right?
No,
that was not known at the time of bid.
So everything was bid and you didn't know how the water was gonna get there.
It was bid for a pump only.
So
And
no
now this
engineer at
We
that time?
we likely need a tank, which is very costly.
They've already run, the sprinkler contractor's engineer, 30 days ago, was running calculations and said, the fire pump in and of itself won't take care of your fire sprinkler needs. You'll have to invest in a storage tank as well.
Okay, but in the initial bidding of the work, was there not an engineer there that looked at this before we let it go until we went ahead and approved, and then got the engineer involved with the sprinkler company?
Well, as far as we knew, it was all engineered properly. But then we get later down into the process, after the award, it's been awarded to Joe, and then we find out we need, very likely need a tank.
So instead
So
of
it
the
wasn't
tank.
properly engineered in the beginning, but that's what
That's,
we get.
that's what I wanted to, yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand, if something was missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you just bid on what they suggested.
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, I have to follow the bid documents. I just provide a price based on what I've been given.
Now,
Right,
sure. Am I ticked off at the engineering people and the architect firm? Sure. But
Well, let me pick
set
your
that
brain.
aside, I have to find the best solution for my members, and working with Ramsey and you appears to be the ultimate best solution for all parties.
So if what Joe just said to me, 40K total, correct?
40 to 50.
40 to 50K.
Installation.
Not Joe's estimate, Ramsey's
Yeah, that's what
estimate
Ramsey-
is $40,000 to $50,000 to make this connection. And in addition to that, they're requesting a $325 a month meter fee.
350 is what he said.
I'm sorry, I was quoted from Ramsey, $325.
Okay, sorry.
That's about what we charge for those kind of things. In my understanding, I was kind of worried about all this water going in our system, but I understand now that only time it will be done is if it's needed. And the pressure gets,
Yeah, the connection.
that's getting in the weeds a little bit probably, but
Okay, I'm a layman.
Yeah.
Now, you got the engineer sitting
Is
here.
that right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so the valve is set at a pressure that's normally, it's valve pressure setting, let's say you normally operate in say 50 pounds, just for argument's sake. This valve would be set lower than your typical, like, average day usage. Like when you're hottest summer day, you're gonna have lower residual pressure because everybody's out there watering the lawn, using water at the same time. This valve would be set below that level, so it only opens when there's like an emergency or a fire hydrant opens for something like that, where it would cause a severe drop in pressure. That's, it's not gonna be trickle feeding, it'll be 100% closed, if I understand this valve correctly. And then they'll set the pressure there to kind of only open when you need it.
So
What's it called? What's it called?
to perform the work, supply the valve at that 40, 50K.
Ramsey.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah, and Ramsey says, we'll do the installation. We want to do the installation of this.
So can we have this bid and quoted versus just one bid? This install? I'm asking questions, normally when you're spending that kind of money, you don't just take the first person's number. Would we bid out this
I
job?
mean, I don't know how they're getting the work done, but, it's their water line and it's their extension. So they're doing the work.
But we're paying the
We
bill.
we do our work.
I'm not sure you've determined that.
No, we have not. Normally, if I'm gonna write a check, I'll know more than one person's number.
So,
So,
I mean, nobody gets different numbers when the REMC says they're gonna extend their lines. We have to take our number. So we pretty much have to take theirs.
that's where I put that check in the mailbox yesterday. wasn't it?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That being said, would RMC rather pay that 40, 50K
Then what?
than that 80K?
Well,
I
the
mean,
question
that was
comes
the number that
in
was
too,
spoke out in the
is,
beginning.
I guess it was my understanding that the town of Gordon would benefit from this extra water supply in case of emergencies or low volume. So in that instance, you know, we kind of felt like there is some benefit to the town of Gordon. Now, how much benefit that is, you know, I could put a number and I started it at 50%. But you guys may have different thoughts on that. So we have to start somewhere.
so
And we
with
have
this,
to begin somewhere. I think we all want to work together. I mean, we've had
Yeah.
such a good working relationship. And
Yeah.
I know that's going to continue, but you know, we want to be fair to all parties involved. And if you're getting benefits from it, you kind of need to determine what value is that benefit to you.
I don't disagree.
So anyway, that's kind of what we're sitting here left to figure out. Because I think we satisfied the water side, the supply, you know, they're not just shoving water on you. It's just said if you, under severe circumstances when you actually need it, which is a positive thing for you. So the only thing left to decide is, you know, this cost, who's going to pay how much, if it's going to benefit both of us.
So are they gonna take all the maintenance of the pump over any, problem areas that
Well,
might
the
have to
pump,
be
Carlin,
left?
the pump we talked about is gonna go away with the connection into
Well,
Ramsey.
with the valve, here, we're saying the valve here, this thing is gonna be all managed by.
Hydraulic pressure valve that they're gonna put in to keep the pressure at said level. Sprinklers come on, valve opens, we get water.
That's their.
Is Ramsey Water gonna take care of all the maintenance?
That's part of, they're saying that we want that $325 a month to take care of that maintenance of those valves and that interconnection out there.
And
Wasn't that their
you
understanding?
would know more than me, but he kind of said the normal fees are around $650, just twice that. It's just, this is kind of an emergency, rate that they're providing for that monthly fee to take care of that system, if something happens.
Okay, so in your original bid package, you had a pump in it, correct?
Yes, ma'am. As an alternate, yes.
As an alternate. So that pump cost as an alternate in that bid package, how does that compare to installation cost?
Well,
Where does those numbers
it's
wash
no,
out?
it's no secret that the alternate from Shireman's on the pump was roughly $75,000.
And this is,
So I want to get this straight in my mind. Ramsey Water's gonna put the valve in, they're gonna maintain it, and that $325 that we're paying, we, the town of Carson, split cost, whatever it ends up being, is to Ramsey Water to keep the maintenance and preventative maintenance done on that system.
that's my understanding.
That's what David and I were told.
So we would have to develop an interlocal agreement for that, if that's where we're going with this. Between Gordon and Ramsey, I mean.
Well, not being an attorney, I would have to say, yeah, we
Yes,
raised
yeah.
that comment.
And yes, I think you have something now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's called a wholesale water agreement between the two utilities, but
I think we need to develop it specifically for that.
typically your question on responsibility, typically it's just like any other meter pit that like you guys would own after the meter, you know, the crossing of the road and the valves on your side of the system where it's timed back into your 4-inch, that would be on town enforcement maintenance. But what's in the meter pit itself and the valve and the meter pit, that's the meter fee, you know, you're paying a minimum basically because you're not using any water other than emergencies. So that's kind of
$325 is a heavy minimum.
So
Well, maybe we would pay half the installation, but you all take the, which maybe you can't say for sure, take the monthly fee.
Well, I think this.
I know you probably can't
It's
answer
gonna be an
that.
ongoing benefit for both of us.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's the maintenance that, to me, is
More important than,
probably where we. The benefits for both of that.
Yeah.
Correct.
So as far as engineering work and looking at this, outside of this installation, what other costs are we gonna be associated for the town according for the tie-in and different things that we may be outside of this, or is this encompassing everything?
I think that's the additional cost that Mr. Sherman's talking about for the bore. There's gonna be a bore from the meter pit across to your main, and then there's gonna be a cost to tie in to the existing main, transport of the main. But that tie-in might already be a part of your bid package, the valve and the 4-inch connection.
Can we look at it from an engineering aspect and lay this baby out and literally lay out all the costs and what we're thinking we're looking at instead of just this rough lease?
Yeah, if you guys would like me to look at that and
I
come
think that's
up with
what
a
we need.
recommendation.
Solid numbers.
and this has been going on for a good while. We need to make a decision sometime soon, probably. I know we talked about it before the meeting.
Right.
You guys willing
I just
to
now
pay
understand.
the engineering cost?
Sure.
There you go, Mr. Pete. You're up.
Let's figure it out, let's get something solid, and then we can make a solid decision instead of what each of us are gonna be looking at cost wise. I mean, I don't know how much the town would have to pay to do this, just because of the connections, I just need to understand that, what are we signing the town up for?
I think the 40,000-50,000, that's all the connection work, right?
Well, he's not sure.
Are we sure about?
No, well, Heather, Mark Brace, the manager, Ramsey said, Joe, David, we estimate to tie into our main, provide the vault, provide the valves and the necessary things we're proposing here, tie in the Corrigan. We estimate that to be $40,000 to $50,000. And a road roller, or the county road would be additional money if it's required. Now, you have to call up Kevin Russell with Harris County Highway Department. You have to ask Kevin, will you let us cut the road or will you have to bore the road? Well, we can cut the road, a substantial savings to boring underneath the road. We haven't made that call to ask that question. I know from previous projects that boring under that road is probably about $15,000 to do that.
Slight correction. I think the difference between the 40 and 50 is the end of the road with boring.
Oh, good.
That is the
That's
$10,000 that's in question.
Well, let's lay it out, let's know for sure. We all need to know for sure.
Can we,
We have our water superintendent. Is she still here?
That's
Yeah.
it.
That would be a-
It's gonna be an interconnector. It's gonna be a meter.
well, Ramsey calls it an interconnect, and Ramsey says they'll have a metering the amount of water that once that control valve opens up and that water flows through that system or whatever, they've got their meter there to meter how much water Corrigan or the RNC has used.
There's a check valve there, so it's not two ways, it's just Ramsey to Corrigan. It's like a actual connection device, double check probably. I'd call it a wholesale connection because that's what it is, a wholesale connection between the two, just like what you have other places. It's only one way, honestly.
Would you be able to work on that, like you said, and put it together and lay it out?
Sure.
And make sure we got the
Firm figures.
firm figures and we will make a decision.
I'm good with these.
That's
Hey,
what
my man's good.
I think we need to get it done as soon as possible so they can move on.
That being said, I make a motion that we table this until we get all the figures on it and, Midwest, gets their 2 cents worth in it and then we read this.
Second on that table.
Second.
All right. All in favor of tabling
Uh,
for that? No. Aye, opposed?
Thank you all, appreciate your time.
All right. Does anyone else have anything on the board? It's like that's everything from the people that signed up to speak, but
Well, I want to discuss Ramsey Water, so I'll bring that up now. As you know, First Capital came in, meat processing plant, gonna be put at 1560 on Quarry Road. And, they want to have their waste brought up and dumped into our, manhole pit at, the intersection there, just a little bit closer to town there, the intersection. Anyway, they have went before the regional sewer district proposed that, and now there's discussion with the regional sewer district as to who takes what. It's out of our area, obviously, for the lift station, and what we told them, that young man, Garth Stickler that came, we told him that, they put in the lift station according to the, requirements from the town of Cardin, then we would possibly take that lift station over once that was done, inspected and ready to go. The regional sewer district in their meeting discussed them taking the lift station over and they covered it. So I didn't really find fault because both people are in agreement and that waste coming to us, we're going to meter that and be paid for it. So that's not a problem. My question to them was, not knowing exactly what all the regional sewer district does, was who was going to maintain that lift station? Because I know from our guys, they go out there, they mow, weeding, paint, and, do everything at those lift stations, not to mention weekly testing them, troubles. If it's got a trouble light on it or it comes over, it's not working, then our folks go fix and whatever. And then I find out from the RSD that our people doing their lift stations, so I do it, you aware of that, Stacy? So they reimburse us for that. Do we ever get a check from them, Sandra?
From who?
So regional sewer district.
The maintain. I don't remember.
We charge them
seeing it.
$307 a month.
To be solved, it just say it like that.
They'll
So
stay paying
the
that.
result is that will come before us. Tom Tucker has intentions of talking to us regarding
I
that.
have to go back in the history of that and see when we decide.
And we voted to start charging them a year or two ago. So much for each connection, so much a month to maintain the flow meter.
I wonder if that's something that Kim bills.
Whatever case is, they're of the opinion that they pay for that, so that will be coming before us.
We'll have to ask Kim.
We also have, that,
It usually comes through.
agreement that we done up, Paul's involved in that, he knows about it. So anyway, we need to get that before the RSD and get that resolved.
So when's our next meeting? We've got to get this done.
That's third Friday in every month.
That's
Sharice will be
February.
Going
next.
February,
Could you do that, Harlan, as a member on the board?
Am I-
Sir?
is it- is it-
You're on the board now.
I think
aren't you?
that's-
yes,
And could you do that, show them the contract?
I'm gonna rescind my board membership coming the 30th. I'm sorry. Let me tell you what day of February that is, on the February the 20th,
So,
okay?
don't we have, they just met last week, right?
Yeah, this past Friday.
RSD.
I'll take the day off. It's been come up with days. It's just not been working for me, so.
So we need
At
to present that
8:30
in
on
February.
the third Friday of every month at 8:30 a.m.
So we have to put somebody else on it, or?
We'll need somebody
we'll
else.
have
Down there, if she wants to be on it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That would be the most at that time. Once she's got her feet on the ground, we intend to make that first meeting with her,
Okay.
introduce her to whomever, whatever. And it's really a simple process, but it keeps you cognizant of what the sewer district's doing along with what we're doing in the town of Hardin. So, and you have to vote, 1 month it's your time and next time it's somebody else's time. Each little entity, Hardin, Ramsey, Milltown, they all have a representative on the board, president, local commentator, so it's all good. So yes, we need to do that.
Yes,
So
yeah.
you're gonna take care of
Yep,
that.
yep, yep, I got it.
You're the man.
We'll get the day off the next time, and
Okay. February, what did I say, 20th? So
February 20th,
now you know.
8:30.
We had some website issues, photographs, et cetera. I brought to Mark's attention. He's supposed to be getting that and taking care of it. I've got the 49th complaint about Floyd Street and the property that Mr. Jeremy Ward purchased that was gonna be mowed down within 2 weeks a year ago. I guess they're getting around to it. Anybody know the update on the historical sign that got knocked over by
That's Cedar Glade.
Mainstream? Not heard, no word.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, no problem. Crosswalk still an issue, tractor run down the sign in the middle. No one, or no sign to the crosswalk park.
Chestnut Street one.
Yeah, that's the one. Are they gonna replace that? Because the tractors are too wide for that. They're gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah,
They're really, I mean, and I can't see the NDOT keep replacing it every few months.
If it's just too narrow to have it there.
It is because of the cars parked and everything, you know. The tractors are not, they're too big.
Because the one out front here has not been an issue, right?
No.
I mean,
I think the old one's down at the street department.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think they finally got it.
Did we get that water cooler out front, Sandra? Do you know, have any idea?
It's sitting right here in front of a cabinet. It's still gonna have water put on it, put out in the lobby.
but it's over here and down in.
It is. It's over here and the street department cleaned it.
So what was the
this
date
week.
that we had to have that done by? March? What March? Late?
Yeah. Well, I think he walked up to maybe his office or something. I don't know.
So we need to find out the date, get Mark to finish that. So we get it installed, because I think we have a date to have that available for that audit.
Oh, yeah,
On
look at
this.
the,
We got time to get it done.
I have a couple things.
sure.
I'd sent the members on a house on Ridley. Has anything been done there? You know, someone's, it needs.
Oh, yeah, the one
Yeah.
that someone that complained about.
I don't know who made the complaint. I don't know what the deal was on it.
So Chris was working on that, and I believe you
Yeah.
replied that she was gonna go by and look at
I
it.
drove by and it, not a structural
That's
engineer, it
nice.
doesn't look like it's that, I mean, it's not in good shape, but it's not, it doesn't look like it's about to collapse either, but.
So we need to work with Chris on that on the next move. If we need to hire a structural engineer to deem it condemned or whatever.
Right, yeah, it's not good, but it's not.
I think Thursday County was hiring a building inspector.
Yeah, I saw that posted.
We want to ask if they've got one. See if you can borrow one. Or her.
You know, we had one house removed.
Yeah.
So we're,
Jim's
That's
got
the
it.
telephone line, line up that block.
Does anybody know if the house down here on top of the sewer plant where we're building, it's got a building permit?
I checked into that today, the permit's not out there, but they did secure a permit. It's
Does
not
the
properly.
planning and zoning tell them people to please hang this out on the street?
He's going to do that tomorrow.
Good, that way we all won't be running around this.
So the nibs, like yourself and myself, that brought to his attention, and taken care of.
And I had one other thing.
Yes,
I
sir.
know, Matt, you probably have to refresh your memory on this. What about this guy parking down on the farmer's market? I know it's the wrong time of year to mention that. Man, he has junk piles everywhere. Didn't you tell me we couldn't move him because there's no sign there that says no overnight parking? Is that part of it?
Crazy those signs. I thought we did that in every parking lot.
I don't see signs. There's no signs.
Posting signs in every parking lot, no overnight,
We were looking
camper
at the
parking.
one over here, but the flag.
Because we didn't made an ordinance for that.
I don't think there's a sign there though.
No, no signs.
I mean, if you all tell me to make the move, we can do that.
I think right now though, he's got, somebody's giving him a heater.
Yeah, he's
Because he's
plugged into
plugged
our
in.
electric over there.
It's been staying, with an individual,
Yeah.
you know, it's-
Yeah, and they've said that they are no longer able to do
They
that.
brought him back this morning and said they were no longer able.
Yeah.
Now he's got a cord going in. I'm thinking, well, he got electric heater in that truck.
What's he plugged into?
The
One
farmer's
thing out there,
market.
where farmers market.
Make a motion to move it.
We're afraid that he's gonna set his truck on fire in Burnett. Yeah. Well, I ain't worried about that brook. That brook is minor compared to his life.
Well, yeah.
I just think it's really dangerous for him.
That is there an organization or something that can assist this gentleman?
We have tried every possible. It's just, of course, one problem is if he doesn't want to go somewhere, we can make it. We tried, VA, they said we was not there. Adult Protective Services closed down, so we have been anymore. And several other people who reached out to other organizations as well. And again, so sometimes the fireplace people get them there and then those. So the problem, we can't force them to go anywhere. Other than force them to move the truck from there. That's what the police has to do.
Well, we can give him a bill for the electric.
I was just worried about him catching the truck on
I'd
fire.
be more concerned about his welfare than the cost of it
Yeah.
at this point in time, but. So, like, whatever that
He
is,
ain't gonna move until somebody makes it.
well, Exit Zero or whatever those groups are, I just try to
Yeah,
think of the
that's
things
one.
that I'm seen before.
Macy House is local, they're so small, they probably don't have the extra.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Matt, but I knew there was a reason there why you couldn't.
Yeah, we don't have any sign posted now, again, so they a motion will do that. Right now, but you got it. So there, yeah, like I said, there's nowhere that we've been able to find a thing. I don't believe he wants to leave Harrison County, so we can't over Exit Zero. Or your home shelter.
I was just thinking before the farmer's market opens up again, you know, I'll be able to have something done with it.
Very late, sir.
Before that.
Did you say Harlan had moved it?
Yeah. so
Have
move it.
moved, yeah, I mean, that's.
And then
We might just check
he'll
with
go
Chris to make
someplace
sure
else,
we can.
put that side point.
I don't know.
If he's running extension cord, he's called, take
Yeah.
it to himself. That'd be more concerning to me. But you gotta, you know, that trust, throw something over the Bible, because it's.
Right.
And I think there's a gas can around there somewhere.
We'll get him. Sandra, I got one. We hired a new town manager.
We'll move it.
She needs to have a mug shot and be placed all over everything. If
We
you
will.
could coordinate with her
Glad.
to get that done.
Started first.
We'll be glad to have that.
Yeah, she get her mug shot before she gets started. She changes her mind, I go over 135 like they do me. And that's all I got.
So we need to remove a home picture. Okay,
And if you know anyone in her ward, let us know.
okay. We'll try.
So, Matt, refresh my memory. This signage on parking lots, does Bicentennial Park parking lot have signage on it that says you can only park there for no overnight parking or 72 hours, or you will be towed or something now?
That has been discussed, I don't know.
And we made a motion, we
Did
did
not?
an ordinance and everything, because that would give you the ability to police it, and that was when the camper was there this summer.
Anybody tell Kenny to get signs made?
Well, that would have been
That might
done
have been the,
quite a while back with Bruce. So we need to go back into the minutes and see what that ordinance is, because that was the one that gave all the parking places documentation to give us the ability to do
Yeah,
that.
as long as it's in the ordinance, I mean, there's no, that I'm aware of, no sign
so
Okay.
as long as it's a law, then we're good.
Yes.
I'll reach out to Chris and ask him. I know he's out of town this week, but I'll always shoot an email and say, refresh our memory as to that ordinance, because I know there is one.
So we also need to make sure that there's one at the skate park.
There is one over on the island.
I think it was a general, any town parking lot kind of rule. It wasn't, I don't think, they said, okay, here and here and here, it was just public parking, you can't camp.
Yeah.
And I asked about some kind of a sign that's gonna be on the skate park. Jill told me that that's in the contract. They have to provide a sign. You know, about, and you're responsible at your own risk and all that kind of stuff. She said that was already in the bid. So,
Okay. We'll look that ordinance up and see what we can, because I know we did that.
I hate to backtrack, but I gotta bring up one issue with the First Capital meets. They got an engineer, which was not dead. They did speak with you folks initially, I believe.
I don't recall, they might have.
First Capital meets processing, getting ready to move that way.
They're moving from
Carden to Rex Carden Range.
this way to up Quarry Road.
Beside the point, we gave them engineering draftings. They could get a 2 horsepower pump, which was the bare minimum, okay? And in the RSD meeting, Regional Sewer District meeting, there was 2 layouts. One, meet the bare requirements, because we're talking about 6/10 of a mile that this fluid is gonna go from their business to our manhole, long stretch, okay? And then for future add-on, whatever, because once the line goes in, you know what happens. So
oh, yeah.
that was 50,000 for the 2 horsepower, 31,000 for the 5 horsepower. And on behalf of the town of Carden, I recommended the 5 horsepower.
Don't they have to have two? Don't they have to have 2 pumps in a lift station?
It depends on if you guys are accepting it or if the regional sewer district.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know.
If we take it on, I think they have to have 2.
Yeah,
Station.
and I would recommend against taking over lift stations like that,
Okay.
especially if there's a sewer district to maintain that, you know.
Yeah.
You guys can still meter like your other connections, but not have the ongoing maintenance costs.
RSD takes it on, says, oh yeah, that's wonderful, size pipe diameter, 2 or 4, whichever the case may be, put the 4 or 5 amp pump in to pump to our manhole.
That's,
Then that's their bailiwick. They have
As
to
long as,
maintain.
yeah, I'd make sure that their meter is right by your manhole, because the way you're
That's what's
talking, if there's gonna be a bunch of grinder pumps get on it, you know, then you don't want to have a bunch of meters.
Right now, we have 1, but where this is going from the place of business,
Yeah.
6/10 of a mile to the manhole, 400-acre farm across the road, being
Yeah.
developed, quarry, house.
I get it.
Well, there need to be,
Potential is
there
good.
need to be a flow meter in that too, and there should be.
Yeah, I would have the flow meter installed pretty close to the town then, because of where that's been dumped in, so that the regional sewer district could get other
Yeah.
potential customers.
And they have to maintain that too. The
The
district.
force main.
It's a complicated deal.
Well, my position with them was during the meeting was, if they want to take it over, that's fine. It still has to meet the specifications of the town of Garden.
Oh, yeah.
That, all that cost belongs to them.
Yep.
And so Mr. Garth Skepler is aware of that, as well as the RSD. That's all I got.
All right. Heather, anything? Let us. So, entertain a motion to adjourn then. Second, all in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
That's for the. This is for the payment.
You.
And this is all yours too.
Okay.
Yeah.